Looking for a new place to live and you're not looking to crash with family or friends, you basically have two choices, right? You either buy or you rent. When it comes to making the choice that best fits your life, there are several things that you need to consider. Real estate expert John Adams is here to help break it down for us. John, how are you today, my friend?
I am well, Buck. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. So the question is it better to rent or own? And you have 5 factors here to help people make that decision. Let's just go one at a time and list them. And I think the first one is probably pretty obvious, and that's financial.
It's financial, and that's really what it comes down to. First, you've got to get a down payment together. Without a down payment, you're not going to be able to buy a house. And even if you're a veteran or find a 100% loan, guess what? You still have to have some money for expenses. Second comes the loan approval. Credit, employment, income, these things are very important. And if you're not strong in those areas, you're probably not going to get a loan.
We got a sneak peek on the screen of your list, but number 2 is your responsibility level. What do you mean by that?
Well, when you buy a house, it's a big deal. And there's an ongoing commitment that you're making to keep this house keep the lawn mowed, keep the gutters clean. I never keep my gutters clean. I don't know why. But there are also monthly payments, probably for the next 15 or 30 years, principal, interest, taxes, insurance. And a couple of years ago, I had to put a roof on my house. That's an expensive repair. So you got to be ready for that.
Number 3, flexibility.
Flexibility. You know, people have times in their life when they just don't want to be tied down. And if you're tied down, guess what? Opportunity of a lifetime comes along in Los Angeles. You can't just up and leave. You got to do something with that house. And so it's cheaper to rent than to buy in Atlanta. But nonetheless, you've just got to decide where you want to live. And the last thing I always talk about is touchstones of your life. You know, are you ready to get married? Are you married? Do you want to settle down, or do you like having that flexibility? Are you having kids? All of these things enter into the process. So,
yeah, and don't forget the one real estate rule I've heard my entire life. This is one of your factors too: location, location, location. Right?
Absolutely. You know, if you want to live in Buckhead, you're probably going to be renting. If you want to, if you're willing to live in Mableton, which is a lovely community, prices are a little more reasonable than they are in Buckhead. The 2 most expensive cities in a recent survey are New York City and San Francisco. No surprise there. But Atlanta is one of the less expensive locations nationwide in terms of owning a home. That, Jacksonville and Orlando are places that, are more affordable. Even so, you're saving about $300 a month, maybe $400 a month in the Atlanta area if you're renting instead of buying.
Out of time, just a quick bottom line.
Well, the bottom line is, I've always said for years now that for most Americans, the best investment they ever make is their own home. Whether or not that's right for you is a personal decision, but that's my opinion.
Good stuff as always, John. You're going to stick around a bit, right?
Yes, sir. I'll be here for an hour.
All right. Thanks, John. As he said, he's going to answer all your real estate questions for the next hour on our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page, so you might want to take advantage of that.